Hello, live people. Hello, replayers. Welcome to 60 minutes of L-Press and Toe Tap. So for my regular people that are in my live monthly membership doing this, I just want to say that this will be a bit of a review for you. I run a live monthly and we just have one more class by Leslie. We're finishing the art of floating. So we started off with a little bit of toe taps. So the way that I like to run my life monthly for my students is to try to continue where they're left off so we can find the missing links and build a foundation. So this upcoming month, we're going to do L-Press and toe taps, which play into one another. I talk with my hands a lot. I'm a really visual person, so I'm going to set this up for you and then I'm going to back up and show you what I mean. So on my board over here where I look, I wrote kick, toe tap, and press handstand. What do they all have in common? And you can write in the chat box if you want. For me, what they all have in common is the ability to lean forward and to stabilize your shoulders. So I'll show you what I mean. So if you kick into a handstand successfully, then you're going to want to press. The toe tap is that merger in between, right? This is what I mean. A lot of times people try to kick up and they're back here. Their shoulder is behind the heel of the hand. And this is why the kick up doesn't happen. It's literally a throwaway, okay? And then you start to look at a press handstand and you have to lean over even more. So a press handstand, you have to start here, right? Like, look at this lean, it's crazy. Then you have to push out. So a toe tap, same thing. If people are like, oh, I can't toe tap, the first thing I'll look like, if they're in down dog and they're trying to toe tap from here, again, think about the same problem as the kick up, right? What do they all have in common? If your shoulder's behind the heel of the hand, it's not going to happen. It's not even about your ability. Your center of gravity is too far back. So you now know that all of them, what they have in common is you have to take the shoulders over the wrist or over the knuckles. So it's this transfer weight forward, right? So about here, you could kick up. To press, you need to walk even more and create this compression to lean, right? That's the L-press we're gonna look at. Now, in between, why would I throw a toe tap? Like, you got enough going on here. Look at this. To L-press, right here. Please mute yourself. Okay, hold on. Whoever came in late, make sure you mute yourself. So, to be able to L-press, the toe tap is at the start of it, you guys. Do you see this? I'm gonna toe tap, right? So what am I doing? I'm leaning with the shoulders, like I said, and then there's the toe tap and the press. Obviously, that's really advanced. So how would you start to merge that? Things like this that force the shoulder line to go forward. See what I mean? So how is your upper body? And a lot of the lean students will ask like, well, is it fear-based that you can't lean forward and you stay back here? Or do you feel like your shoulders are gonna crumble and not be able to support you? So that would be a whole other conversation, but that's something that I want you to look at today. So what I want you to think about this, you now know you have to lean forward, to kick up, to press up, to toe tap. That's just the upper part of the body, you guys. And what am I pressing? What am I kicking up? What am I doing all of these things on? My hands, right? Hands. So before I can think about adding the lower part of the body, I have to think, have I transferred my weight forward? You now know this. If you walk away with nothing else today, you now have understood this. And look, I'm lifting my heels, right? There's the toe tap. This is stable and pushing the ground away. Like I want to make a hole through the floor. And then I can begin to think about the second half of this. What is a press handstand? A forward fold. I'm just taking one leg, I'm leaning, and I'm starting to press. And that's it. Okay, go to brunch. So you're just like, that's it. And when you simplify it in this actions, it doesn't seem so bad. You're like, all right, well, I'm going on my hands. I have to push the floor away and make a hole. I have to take the shoulders over the rest, and then I can add the lower part of my body. But all of you in here are adults, right? We've lived some life, tight shoulders, tight hamstrings, or maybe for you, maybe a weakness. Never get sad. This is how I try to teach. What is it that you're asking of your body? What are your strengths and what are your weaknesses? To every problem, there's a solution if you're willing to have one. So that's what I want to do today. I want to help you try to lean to see are your shoulders strong enough to add the lower part of the body into this. And how could you begin to progress this? So let's say if you're like, no, my shoulders are not strong enough, you can get there. Just stick to the first drill, okay? you guys have some fun. Like, is adulting a blast? No, not most of the time. So go enjoy yourself. Have some fun today. Let your inner kid play. Let's begin today. Since we're on our rest, let's start to warm up the best that we can. So upper body and hamstrings. So just standing, take the hands together and circle. As you circle, notice is one wrist feeling tighter than the other. Switch directions, especially if you spend time on a computer a lot. And then from here, take your own hand and just say left hand, pull down. Great wrist stretch you can do at a computer as well. And hopefully what I want you to feel when I teach is your forearms being sore, not your wrist. Switch. So if you start to feel your forearms as you practice today, that's good. This is a good stretch to do while I demo stuff. And taking care of the elbow joints, just nice and easy like this. I'm trying to hold myself back from like teaching everything. Like make sure you protect the elbows by engaging your triceps, switch directions. But hopefully at an intermediate level, you've learned some of these things. And then from here, let's get into the shoulders. So hands on top of the shoulders, just up and down. Now notice if you're feeling tighter, do you want to go side to side to help the hips? Watch the neck from going forward too much. And then switch directions. And then from here, take the left hand on the right collarbone and just up and back. This is where you want to begin to think personally. Do you have injuries here? Have you in the past? Just check in the warm up. How is your body doing today? And then switch, go back and forward. So I'm observing my right shoulder is kind of clicking. It usually doesn't, but it is today. Switch, other hand on the collarbone, up and back. Same thing. Think about the history of the shoulder. I hover over the computer with my right hand, so maybe that's why mine's tighter today. What do you know about yours? And then switch directions, go back and forward. So you want strong shoulders. You just saw what I did, but you also want open shoulders, up and back. So notice as we're adding two, is it getting harder? Does it help like I'm doing to move the hips side to side? Switch directions, go back and forward. So just notice throughout the class, do you need strength in your shoulders? Do you need flexibility? From here, side body, just go the long way on your mat and just go a bit wider than the hips. And now begin to pull down. I'm thinking my fingers could touch my toes. They obviously don't. But take a note of your side body. If it gets harder to breathe, do exactly that. If you can open this, just easier on the spine. And then I'll show you the legs. So they go like this. So when you turn, lift your heel. And just add the arms. So just more of a freestyle. Sometimes I even will take one to the lower back. In my case, my spine might crack. I've been a yoga teacher for 15 years, but I was a gymnast for much longer. So I love to warm up more freestyle like this. And then from here, let's take a wide-legged forward fold. Since we need open hamstrings, with this, just fold. Take a second for me. I like to bend my knees side to side. You want to do this? Do you have any other funny little fidgets you like? Now begin to notice how are the hamstrings, hips, calf. And then from here, let's walk the hands forward. It's like a down dog, but not alignment, just to get space. So bend your knees. Push your fingers forward and think head to the floor. Now either keep the knees bent or begin to straighten them out. Could you walk the hands forward a bit more? Rebend the knees. Take your head one to the floor with ease. Try your chin. The forearms could go down. You're looking for flexibility, not alignment. And then maybe straighten out the legs. One more time, could you walk the fingers forward? Rebend the knees. Maybe straighten. And start to walk the hands back. Now let's bend the knees again and interlace the hands. So tuck your chin to the chest. So in a handstand, your hands are touching the floor. Here in a forward fold, your feet are touching. Press the feet so much, maybe the legs straighten unless you want them bent. Go forward. How are the shoulders? Should you stay or little bounces here? So if you can't breathe here and you're struggling to even clasp the hands forward, You may be in the category 3 that you need flexibility in your shoulders too. So keep investigating. And 1, release the hands, lift halfway up, turn forward. So the fingers are to the inside right now. If you have more space, walk them forward. If you don't, you could use hands on blocks or stay. And then just rock back and forth. Make sure the front knee is not going over the heel. Now, L-press, you guys, it goes through front splits, right? So what information are you getting from your body here? Let's counter this, straighten the legs, and then challenge this so the back heel doesn't touch. Again, could you walk the hands forward or do you need block? So lift the back heel up and then push it down. Those that are more open, bring your forearms down like I just did right now. If you made that choice, lift the back heel, straighten out the arms. Press the heel down, maybe 4. A few more times, inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. So good way to elongate your lunge, inhale, and begin those front splits. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Let's go to the center. For a few breaths, could you bring the forearms down like so or on blocks? Now, for those that this has become easy, walk your forearms back, you guys, so they're more in line with the heels or even past it. Tuck the chin to the chest. 3. I've been loving this for my lower back lately, so notice how is your forefold feeling on your spine? 2. The more you can compress, the higher of a chance you're gonna have to toe tap to L-press. Let's lift halfway up. Start the sequence, the back of the mat, second side. So you're just taking a lunge. Look that your front knee is not going over the heel. And then could you walk the hands forward, or if your body's like, hell no, I'm already screaming, please stop. And just rock back and forth. Begin to investigate if you're to do an L press or even an L kick up. How is this going? And then from here, let's begin to counter this by straightening out the front leg. Challenge the back heel not to touch. Could you walk the hands forward or do you need block? And let's move this, lift the back heel. As you push the back heel down, is it realistic to bring your forearms down or no? Even if you could on the first side. Inhale, lift the heel. Exhale, heel down, maybe 4. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press it down. 1 more, inhale. Exhale, press down. Lift back up, and let's go back to the center. So it's such a short 60 minutes. It's like, how can we do the best to warm up our tight bodies? Let's turn the heels in, toes out and squat, looking at the hips. And then just look that your knees are not going over your heels. If they are, go wider. And first stage, bring your forearms to the thighs. For me, I always want to scream here. So I go side to side to kind of quiet the little inner brat and just be like, there, you're okay. And then if you're feeling all right, start to take the fingers to the thighs. Still go side to side. Now, if your body is like, okay, I'm breathing, I can handle a little bit more. Lift the hands up to the heart and start to go wider in the legs, you guys, so the legs straight. Don't force this. I got obsessed with this last summer. I was walking around Europe a lot. Meaning don't force the straightening of the legs. 5, it'll happen when it wants to. 4, so for a lot of us, front splits. 3, it's a tough pose. So if you can open like this, we have a higher chance. 2. Let's come back to the midline, take an inhale. Look at your hips and knees. It's like a standing frog. Are they in the same line? Could you sit deeper? The answer could be no. Parallel your feet and fold, let it go. Okay, let's do one more sequence and get started. So lift halfway up. Turn forward again in a lunge, fingertips to the inside or block. Now test this out. Bring your knee down. How's it going? If your body's like, I want to go deeper, lift the knee and drop the thigh. Take an inhale. Exhale, straighten your legs. This time flex your front foot. Then ask the question, could I walk the hands forward to find more compression or no? Inhale, either knee down or drop the thigh. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend. How's your flexibility? Exhale, fold. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do one more. Inhale. Exhale. So every gymnast, take a lunge, does this. It's amazing movement. Skandasana, go here. So first stage, go up here. Second stage, go lower. So if you're really tight, you'll feel this. If you're flexible, don't use your hands, build your strength. Take it back and take it forward. How's your attitude? Take it back and second side. Let's turn to the back of the mat, lunge. Now let's test it out because each side's different. Bring the knee down. This side I'm tighter, so I'm gonna keep the knee down. Do you want to move deeper? Lift the knee, drop the thigh, take an inhale. Exhale as you fold and flex your front foot. Could you walk the hands forward? Do you need block? Let's move a few of these. Inhale, bending. Exhale, folding. Inhale, bend. Exhale, fold. Few more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then put the foot down. Go back to the long way on your mat. Last sequence. So from here, turn your heels in, toes out, and squat. You've been here before. Inhale. Now let's flow with this. Parallel the feet fold. Again, is it realistic to bring your forearms down or no? Thank you. Then again, heels in, toes out, inhale, squat. Could you go on fingertips? I love to warm up the rest at the same time. Exhale, parallel fold. Maybe forearms down. Few more. Inhale, squatting. Exhale, folding. Inhale, squat. Exhale, fold. And just moving on from here, bring your knees down or jump them together. Here we are. A little bit more for the rest since we use them and we ask so much of them, so turn them back. So it depends. When I'm tighter, I go side to side like this, and I lift the heel, the hand up, try it. If I'm more open, I like to bend the elbow back like this. I want to say I was gardening yesterday, but it was more like pulling out weeds and things I killed to plant new things to kill. So if you're tighter, go side to side. I feel it in my forearm. Good. Now from here, let's turn them back. And you guys, here's the thing. I started class, take a second if you want to do a wrist stretch, telling you that everything needs to go forward, right? That we can't have shoulders back here. We need to have them here. Now, this is the biggest part of our body. This is the smallest part of your body. And I'm asking the biggest part of your body to go over the smallest, right? To create a toe tap or a press. That's a lot, you guys. So this is where we should start to see how this is going. Hands forward. Go to the left. Now take your shoulders over the wrist, you guys, over the part, maybe even over the knuckle. Then go to the right, then push it back. Now do this a few times. So what I do, my students that need wrist help, we just put something underneath. There's blocks that are made with a little wedge. Now switch directions. So take care of your wrists and know that you can put something underneath them to protect them, you guys. So don't get sad or stuck there. Okay, let's continue. Now you have some sort of idea. Could your wrist handle that lean? Then everything I do is cat versus cow. So do cow. Notice how your gaze is forward and how the lower back drops. All you need to know is the neck and the lower back follow each other. Stay here. Really lift your gaze. If you try to do anything I demo like this, you're not going to make it simply because you're collapsed. So how did I start a demo? I said I push the floor away like I want to make a hole through the floor, right? So let's do that together. Push your floor away. Keep pushing it like you want to make a hole. What do you see happening? You see your gaze dropping. You see your upper body rounding. Keep pushing the floor away, guys. And you see the navel pull to the spine. Now take the shoulders over the rest of it. How does it feel on them? And then take the biggest part of the body, your butt, and squeeze it like crazy, guys. Just really squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it. You should feel lighter and release. So everything that I teach you guys, that is it. You're just adding on to tasks. So anytime you feel heavy, disconnected, overwhelmed, go back to basics. You have the replay and just ask yourself, am I doing this? Can go anywhere. Am I doing this with a little bit of leave? Very possible, okay? Okay, so with that in mind, I'm gonna show you the first drill. And before we add toe taps and floating into it, let's just walk it and retract it. I want you to be close to the wall, watch one, and then I'll come watch you. If you're uncertain, plank, down dog is the size of plank. So take plank, Take your block between your thighs as high up as you can and squeeze it to death, you guys, because it engages the heaviest part of the body, okay? So I'm not here, I'm engaged. Then I push back down dog. Now I think I'm gonna float like this, but I have to understand everything this teacher is saying first, okay? So here's where you start. Retract and walk, retract and walk, retract and walk, and notice. My hips are going over my shoulders. That's the range she was talking about. My shoulders over my wrist, put your spine on the wall. Notice that I'm on 2 big toes, you guys. Nothing else, I'm pushing away. Keep this for about 3 walks. Then push back, okay? So now you're learning, are my shoulders strong enough? You're noticing the shift. Can I keep this forward with straight arms, pushing away as I walk back? All right, that's the beginning of your journey. So again, if you are like, my shoulders are weak, they can't support me, that is where you start. You do those till they're stronger. So let's begin. Take a block. Let's try 3 to 5 clean ones, and when you're done, take a 4 full. With the block, place it as high up as you can between your thighs, and take plank, followed by down dog. If your shoulders are tighter, turn your hands out a bit, you guys. Now, squeeze your block like crazy, go to your tippy toes. Good, Carl. And just walk up slowly. Retract the leg, retract. Good, Dave. As you're doing that, you can begin to notice, okay, my hips are going over my shoulders. I'm getting heavy, push the floor away. Great, keep your spine on the wall, push the floor away so much. Could you only be up on your 2 big toes, you guys? Good, keep that forward and begin to walk back. As you walk back, could you keep the spine on the wall for about 3 walks? Yep, nice, good. Let's go for 3 clean ones. Once there, do it again. Go to your tippy toes. Good, retract the leg, begin to walk. Notice, because you're walking, when your hips go over your shoulders. Good. Shoulders over the wrist. Place the spine on the wall, stay on your tippy toes. Good. Start to push yourself back, you guys, but keep the spine on the wall for at least 3 walks. Good, Henrique. Nice. Let's do one more. You're in down dog. Squeeze your block. Pay attention to the felt sense of this. You guys, go to your tippy toes. Good. Retract. Start to walk in. Notice when the hips are going over the shoulders over the wrist. Good, Vika. Placing the spine on the wall, push the floor away, go to your tippy toes. Could you make it only to your big toe? Good. Now start to walk back. Nice. Good. Once you walk back, walk the hands to the back of the mat, bend the knees, and just coming up. So I think one of the hardest things for me as a teacher for a really long time, like before COVID happened, I would get on a plane, I would go to the studio, and I'm like, hi, my name's Ella, let's do L-Press and Toe Taps. And then I'm looking around and I'm like, oh my God, you're down dog. Oh my God, you didn't lift your kneecaps. Oh my God. So it's basics, you guys. It's always basics. You're adding on to your basics, right? I'm on the bottom floor of my house. I'm not going to go, oh, I want to put a 3rd floor up if I don't take the foundation of the house, right? So if you're adding to a toe tap, an L-press, it's not going to happen if your foundation isn't there. So really pay very close attention to how you feel in these poses. Now, serious, because I'm moving with my hands a lot, more to come in 1 second. So what I mean, don't rush that walk. Don't jump it. You're gonna jump it in a second. Enjoy walking your down dog. Let's stand up. Before we advance or go again, let's stretch out the shoulders that already sit at computers like this, already rounded forward. So just go to the wall and take your hands in line with the shoulders. If your lower back is tighter like mine, take your feet as wide as the mat, otherwise hip distance. And push into the wall and go down. The little bounces here. Stake your butt out. Bring chest towards the floor. Now, if you notice the butt is coming with you where you're very tight, bend your knees. So you guys in between, I mean, the athlete in me loves to do a drill like this to open up what you did, stay there. And for you to begin to think, was I aware of the movement? What do I need to improve upon? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, since we're only doing 3, we're gonna do it one more time, okay? This is your goal. This is your goal, right? Here's a toe tap, still pressing, but I'm pike pressing. How am I doing this? I started here. Imagine you're doing that, but right here, squeeze the block. Do you see this? Check. I'm pushing the floor away. Tippy toes. Hips are about to go over the shoulders. I notice that shoulders are going over the wrist. I'm leaning, but look, you guys, I'm on my two big toes. Push the ground away, lift your butt more. Stay forward, walk. Press it back. Re-engage. Okay. Know and feel every step along of the way so you can earn the privilege to add a jump on top of it. Okay, 3 clean ones. Let's build a strong foundation so we can do whatever we want on it. Block between the thighs, take plank, and then take down dog. Good. Are you close enough to the wall? First thing I want you to do in down dog is squeeze your block till your body goes into cat. You have space. Keep that. Go to your tippy toes. Walk in, retracting. Good. Notice when the hips are going over the shoulders. Good. When you place the spine on the wall, do not collapse. Push the floor away so much, you're only on 2 big toes. Awesome. Keep that forward. Begin to walk back. Great. That's 1. This is the strength your shoulders need and the weight forward. You're in down dog. Squeeze your block again. The body goes into cat. Good. Go to your tippy toes, retract and walk. Good, Carl. Did you feel the hips go over the shoulders? As the shoulders go over the rest and place the spine on the wall, do not collapse. Good, they push the floor away. Could you go higher to your tippy toes? Good, nice. Now stay forward as you walk back. Christina, good Matilde. I'm sure I said that name wrong. Let's do 1 more. You're in down dog. Squeeze your block. Be curious about the body doing a stronger cat. Good. Retract the legs. Walk in. Pay attention to the felt sense of the hips going over the shoulders. Good. As the shoulders go over the rest, good root. Go to your tippy toes more. Push the floor away more. Good. Keep your energy going forward and begin to walk back. Nice. When you're done with that, bend the knees and just come on up to standing. Okay, you guys, so I get it. Why did I mention the 3rd floor of my house? Because I want to go up there and build a greenhouse, okay? But the truth is, I live on an island that's prone to hurricanes. I better check my foundation because hurricane season's coming, right? Yeah, so this is like the same thing. You're like, I have the desire to press. I have the desire to toe tap. You see, toe tap's very popular. There's a damn hashtag afterwards. There's no reason why you can't do that, but you have to understand, what am I asking of my body? What are my strengths and my weaknesses? And do I understand this pose? Let's stretch for a second and then let's add on to that. So again, tight shoulders for adults, very normal. Take your strap. Our lifestyles doesn't help. We compete, so let's just go up and down. So as you're doing this, how are the shoulders feeling? How are you feeling? And then I never want anyone to rush into something. I've obviously mentioned foundation, and all of our journey and handstand practice is different. So stick with the drill we did and do it 1 more time, okay? I'm gonna demo, so keep doing this for a while. You can also do these around the world. Otherwise, you're gonna begin to add on. So just keep stretching for a second as I add on to this. And the way you're gonna add on, it's not a jump yet, it's a slide. So let's begin to fold the mat in half and put your socks on. So this is where some students will use a bolster, like a couch cushion against the wall, if either you have fear or you feel like the arms are going to give out. So 1, either repeat what you just did, or merge the gap between the walking and the jumping with a slide. So now I'm going to take a little Chihuahua down dog. I want to make sure I can place my spine on the wall. And you guys, I'm just like about this little, like a very little down dog. Then I think, okay, could I slide what I just did in the walk? What did I do on the walk? I had a block, check. I squeezed it till my body went into cat. So I squeezed the block, I pushed the floor away, check. Went to my tippy toes, and now you guys, instead of walking, could you lean? So I drag my feet, and I lean. I push away, I press it back. Okay, so tippy toes, shoulders, see this? Now, compress it, hold it in, and push it back. If for some reason this is going easy, when you get here, suspend for a second. There's the toe tap, and push it back. So people, it's very normal to have the fear when you add the jump because you're like, am I going to fall on my head? You walked it in, you're fine. So go into it with some confidence. And now you're sliding it. So you're not going to fall on your head. You're just going to fall on $100 mat. Let's go. So do you want to bolster against the wall? From there, shorten your down dog. So just little mini Chihuahua dog, socks, and block between the thighs. Good. We want the butt, this biggest part of the body, not to feel heavy, you guys. So squeeze your block to help that lightness feeling. As you squeeze the block, push the floor away. So now you're in a strong calf. Great. If this doesn't work out, walk it. Otherwise, go to your tippy toes. In tippy toes, lean forward with the shoulders to ready. Good, Terry. Now drag your legs up. So thighs go to the chest. Stay on tippy toes. Good. Nice, Kathy Morris. Keep this energy forward. Could you drag your legs back or do you need to walk it? Great. So it gets a little bit tougher. Good job. That's one set. Now you're in that Chihuahua down dog. Squeeze your block again. Push the ground away. Create a lighter feeling here. Good. Go to your tippy toes. Take the shoulders over the left knee. Now, like magnets, draw your thighs to your chest. So slide it forward, slide it forward, slide it forward. Good job. Could you stay on tippy toes and drag it back? Walk it if you need to. Yes, Vika, that's it. Good. One more. Let's make ourselves as light as possible. Squeeze the block, push the ground away. Take an inhale. Exhale, go to your tippy toes. Good. Lean your shoulders forward. Now drag your feet, you guys, like magnets. Thighs to chest, thighs to chest, thighs to chest, thighs to chest. Good job. Nice. Good, Kim. And then just bend your knees, come up to standing, and really good, you guys. I love those so much. They're such a great way to build strength. I keep trying to look at the time to see, like, could I do one more of each drill? And then again, but in between, let's stretch. Just leave your setup how it is. I'm going to show you a deeper stretch, like a standing puppy dog. But if it's too much on your shoulders, then please go back to this one, okay? So if you're already like, this one was a lot, hands in line with the shoulders, go down, little bounces. If you wanted to move deeper for the shoulders, then let's get close to the wall and take your hands up. So really reach like you could reach the ceiling. From there, begin to pull the heel of your hand down, and that's going to dictate how far back you can walk your feet. Keep pulling the heel of the hand down. Keep walking the feet. Take the legs hip distance or wider. Stick your butt out. Then if your body's like, oh my God, this is intense. I'm tight in my shoulders, but I kind of like it. Bend your knees. Let's begin little bounces again. Notice if one shoulder feels tighter than the other. Life is so gracious. 4 gives us the same opportunity over and over again. 3 until we learn the lesson. 2. So if you had the opportunity to do that drill again, what would you focus on? 1 and coming up. Okay, so we're gonna do it again. So something I talk a lot, once we have situated the upper body, and you guys are doing pretty well. Seems like you're understanding the lean. Then now we can add the lower part. So I mentioned magnets, you guys. So I think of my thighs literally having magnets to my chest, okay? It's a longer conversation because it's a retractor and hip flexor strength. I've done workshops on this in the past. But this is what you have to think because look, right? There's your toe tap. So we're gonna do it again. And you had it pretty good. I just want you to think about this part more since the upper is doing well. I really want to be as light as possible, and I ate chocolate for class, so I'm going to squeeze the block. And I'm pushing the floor away. Do you see this? Now I have space, tippy toes. I lean. Now magnet, you guys. I pull the thighs to the chest. I push the floor away more. So this lift could happen. Then press it back. See if you can begin to pick up the rhythm a little bit. All right, have fun. Normal to have to walk back. It is harder, I've realized, for most of us to walk back. One more time. I love dessert, so I have to feel as light as possible. Do you love dessert? Squeeze your block. As you squeeze the block, push the ground away, feel lighter. Good, set it up. Go to your tippy toes, lean your shoulders over your rest. Nice. Now I think I have magnets on my thighs, draw them to the chest. Good. Push the ground away. Lift your butt as high as possible. Good, Kamala. Stay forward. Drag your feet back or walk it if you need to. Nice. Good job. Let's do it 2 more times. Squeeze the block, push the ground away, feel your cat pose. Go to your tippy toes, lean forward. Nice. Magnets, draw your thighs to your chest. So good, Siri. Push the ground away. Great. Could you slide your legs back? Walk it if you need to. Very good, Kim. Nice, Jenna. Just one more. Squeeze your block. Push the ground away. Take an inhale. Exhale, go to your tippy toes. Good, Dave. Lean. Good. Drag, thighs to chest. Push the ground away more. Good, Vika. Then begin to walk it back. Good, Mara. Nice. Good, Hannah. Then just bend your knees. Come on up. Round up to standing. Good job, you guys. Good job. Okay, so let's get rid of our socks for now. So you have to understand, like I'm like, hello, stranger from the internet. Are you shy? Turn your camera on. Well, let's do the math. And then I'm trying to teach you a topic that I do with my students for a whole month. If you're feeling overwhelmed, is normal. But you have 2 drills now. So you can always walk, you can always drag, or let's continue to advance and see how this goes. So some of you guys are already doing it. We're gonna look also at L-Press, but let's start here. When you're walking up, you're beginning to get curious about your foot touching the rest, the toe tap, right? So you can do this against the wall or you don't have to. We're in a short Chihuahua dog, but really you're in a 4-fold. So see, how deep could I 4-fold first? Then literally from there, you guys, you just take the blocks about this much. So it's very short. Now, I don't want to be in cow, right? So I'm going to push everything away, starting cat. Then go to your tippy toes, lean, tap, heels down. Tippy toes, lean, tap. Okay. Just pick up the rhythm of this. Then only if you're like, I've done this before, what would be my next stage? Foundation is the same. Tippy toes, lean. Now I want to push the floor away more, you guys. So my butt could lift. I'm always going up. Okay, but you're just doing this right now. So how do I clear the foot to the hand, you guys? It's just a retraction. This is what your leg is doing. All right. So take a 4-fold. Take a second and just, my 4-folds are not very deep. So I kind of have to fidget and do my own thing to get into the 4-fold. Do yours. Good. From there, just hands on blocks, very close to the feet as you saw, just little chihuahua. Good. Now imagine another block was still between your thighs, you guys. So squeeze your butt and push the ground away. Inhale, go to your tippy toes. Lean your shoulders forward, but drop the gaze like cat, Kirsty. Exhale, right toes, right wrist crease, lift both heels up, you guys. Good. Inhale, go back, put your heels down. That's it. Exhale, go to your tippy toes, left wrist crease. Look down, you guys. Look down. Good. Inhale, heels down, go back. Good. Exhale, right toes, right wrist crease. Where is your gaze in cat? Inhale, take it back. Good. Exhale, left toes. Good. One more round on your own. I'm watching, or maybe just play and just go. I wonder what would it feel like if I did both legs at the same time. Good, Henrique, like you saw me do. Keep the lean. Good. Yep. Keep the squeezing the butt, the pushing over the floor. Good, Jenna. Good, Mara. And release. Nice. So there's 2 sides to every pose, right? Like I was saying at the beginning, there's the strength and then there's the flexibility. The foundation part of this, like we're talking about the foundation of the house, is always the hands because it's what you're balancing on, right? So as you guys start to do this, I don't want to look forward because then I'm in cow. Look at this. I literally can't do it even though I'm leaning because of my gait. You want to do it with me? Remember this talk. So you're starting to look forward with your eyes. You need to drop the gaze. Okay. So the gaze should be in line with your thumb. So I'm looking here, I'm pushing away. Now I'm no longer here. You see this? I'm here. I'm gonna squeeze my butt and push away more. Okay. So my arms are stable and I'm leaning versus this, you guys. So some of you, that's why you got stuck. Do you see the difference? Okay, let's stretch for a second and let's do it again. Now at the base of that part of this, we've done shoulders or hamstring. So let's look at a 4-fold to open us up using the wall. Going to the wall, you're gonna place the spine against it. So you wanna get close. Let's take our feet as wide as the mat and then bend your knees. I'm right here if you get lost. And literally place your spine on the wall. The knees are bent. I think my head could touch the floor, so I work my shoulders towards the floor. And then you guys press to your feet till your legs begin to straighten. Now, could you walk your feet in more? For me, the answer is no. Maybe for you, it's yes. Then let's bend our knees again. Then head to the floor, so shimmy yourself in there and work the shoulders towards the floor. Press to the feet because that's what's touching the floor, and try to straighten your legs. Good. Let's stay for 5. Is you're staying, do you want bend knees or straight up to you? 4, 3, keep breathing. 2, good. 1, and coming up. Okay, because of time, you get to decide. So for a second right now, do what you need to. Should you repeat this again? Because maybe you're enjoying it, you're understanding it. So lean, then go back. So you guys, if you're staying forward, you're too far. See your toes. I can see my toes the whole time, okay? Or you're like, you know what? I've walked it. I have split, what's English? Or slided forward on socks. And I did a little toe tap. Would a bolster help you for what I'm about to show? And it could be a cushion as well. Now you begin to jump it, you guys. So in my students, I just work this, lifting the heel, butt high, pushing the floor away. And then we go for a toe tap, but we kind of like almost there and press it back. So we're going forward, magnet, thighs to chest, and take it back, okay? If for some reason this is easy, then take it up. So do a few of these, go, I'm all right, I'm pushing the floor away, I'm lifting my heel, I'm pushing away, I'm leaning, I'm throwing it back. Okay, if you're like, okay, I have to replay, maybe I'll play with that in my own time and drink a glass of wine and get some courage. What would you do? You guys walk it, slide it, do the single toe tap like you just saw. Since most of you look like you want to try that, take a full size down dog, but then walk your feet in one more time. Good, Kamala, to shorten it a bit. Good, now just rock back and forth. Inhale, bend your knees. Good, Henrique. Exhale, go to your tippy toes, push the floor away. Nice, Tina. After a few of those, just think thighs are going to draw to the chest. So you guys keep the action going forward, 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 forward. That's it. Good. And then land it and jump it back or walk it back. This is the first day. Okay. 3 to 5. Now, when you guys are landing it forward, could you land on tippy toes, did Kathy Morris, and still push the ground away? Yep, Henrique, flex your feet and take it up since you're close to there. A few more times. Yep, nice, Tina. That's it, Siri. Yep, lean forward, push the ground away, think magnet. That's it, Nancy. 5. Good, you guys. Nice, Mara. 4, keep pushing the ground away, keep leaning. 3, enjoy the little jump. So Leslie, 2. Nice, you guys. And 1, and coming up. Yeah, so a lot of times it's like as a teacher, you have to decide, do I want to go in and with the wow factor and start you off on that pose and be like, let's jump, look how cool it is. But most of you I will lose because you don't understand what's happening, right? So just notice so far, if the jump scared you, is it just because you're scared and it's new to you and it's normal to have fear? Is it because it's just, you have to keep breaking it down and understand, and this is something my students struggled with, I'm not going up, you guys. I'm not doing this, okay? Whole thing we started with is walking forward, keeping the energy forward and walking it back, okay? And then when we did the slide, we lean, right? Everything was forward. So now you're adding this jump forward, you guys, and back, okay? So you can begin to do this in a more static manner. This still gives you the opportunity to use the momentum. It also really teaches you guys to just push away, right? And this is a big thing for people because like you can always push so much more, you guys. So let's look at it here. So total force. Naturally, your body is lazy or it's lazy, right? So go into cow. Your body just wants to collapse into this. It's used to this. It's kind of fun. You can get away with it in easier poses. Now, Push the ground away like crazy and notice the shoulders start to go to the ears today. Your gaze drops. Now squeeze your butt like crazy. Do you notice the navel pulling to the spine? Then go forward a bit. Push the ground away even more, you guys. Squeeze your butt even more. Then release. Do what you need to as I demo. So that's what I can do, why I do at the age of 44, is I just know I'm not going to be here where I feel heavy. All of this needs to go to the ceiling. This needs to connect to my ears. Okay, so this is always my blueprint. It doesn't matter the shape of what I want to do as long as I check myself in the points that I told you guys. The second I take the gaze forward, I don't have any more superpowers. All right. So if nothing else today, everything is a lean. It's squeezing of the butt and it's pushing out. With that in mind, let's try this one more time because you have the components of it. Okay. So with confidence, do a few of these and just think what I said. Okay, I'm bending my knees, I'm pushing the ground, I'm leaning. Here I go. I only made it this far. I'm gonna jump it back. I only made it this far and I'm tired. I'm gonna walk it back. I'm getting it. Build some courage. Almost toe tap. Jump it back. Try one more time. Reminding yourself the drop of the arms, it's your foundation. Just keep them straight. Let your inner child play, take the pressure off. So take down dog, walk your feet in one time. Good. From there, start to rock back and forth. Do that the whole time or pick it up, jump forward. Picking the pressure off, what if you just jump forward and land on your tippy toes? Good. Then either walk it back or jump it back with Carl Berlin on tippy toes. Good. After that, maybe you could go forward a bit, fake it, and push it back. Nice. Good, Kim. Good, Matilda. Observe, keep your arms straight the whole time. Good. Now, could you land on tippy toes forward? Yeah, that's it. That's a good way to merge the gap. Good, you guys. And release. Nice. This is where I start to freak out. I'm like, oh my God, there's not enough time. I'm only to a third of my board on the left, and your guys start to huff and puff. So when you want something so bad, it's like always you forget to breathe. Breathe, it's helpful. Do whatever stretch you need to. So do you want to do the strap? Anything else that allows you to see me? So I want to go back to merging something also for the L press. As I said, a toe tap is amazing to learn because it's this takeoff of the L, you guys. So when people want to press, they usually struggle to keep the bottom leg low, right? So you want to think more like a toe tap and then pick it up. A lot of people obviously love also to do it on the way down. So we tried this. Let's try to merge the gap. And we went here and maybe we did two legs. Now let's reverse this for people with tighter hamstrings and take a foot on a block. Then remember everything I was saying is forward. Even though your energy is gonna wanna go back, you guys keep it forward. So I'm right here. Technically, I'm in a four-fold, right? Thighs to chest, place your hands as close as you can. Then lean forward. Here's the toe tap. Don't go back, you guys. Lean forward, heel down, go forward. I'm on my tippy toe, okay? You need more than one block. So I'm leaning forward, pushing away. Heel down, I'm leaning forward. Tippy toe, okay? Forward, heel down, forward. Okay, let's do 3 on each side, but take a break in between. So start with the right foot on a block or however many blocks you may feel like you need, especially for your hamstring. And then from there, think, I need to stay as close as I can to my body. So four-fold, take your hands as close as you can to the block. Good. From there, straighten out the left leg, inhale. And exhale, just drive your left foot between your hands, you guys. You're toe tapping first, between your hands. Good. Put the right heel down, inhale. And exhale, lean forward again, you guys. Standing split. Good. Repeat this. Leg down, drive it in between your hands, lean forward. Good. Lift your right heel up. Put the heel down, go forward, standing split. Nice. One more like that. Good, Vika. Put in between your hands, go forward, you guys. Heel down, standing split, go forward, relift your heel. Good job. And release. Good. So before we switch sides, this is where I would want you to begin to think as an adult without getting sad. Just going, is flexibility an issue for me? Because you may have standing splits strength-wise, but do you have the flexibility to do the standing splits? Let's check it out and find out before we switch sides. The standing splits on the floor is quite tough, but on the wall, it's much more accessible, so do it with me. Your blocks by you in case you need them, and lift your left leg up. You're gonna keep the toes tucked so you can push the heel and lift higher. You're gonna probably wanna know the distance. It's your right heel staying down, you guys. So if you're more open, you can take the right heel closer to the wall. If you're tighter, take it forward. Now, either extend the hands forward or do so on blocks. Then inhale, lean, you guys. Exhale, push back. Keep doing this. Inhale, lean. Exhale, push back. Keep doing that, or if you're more open, little bounces like back here, like I'm doing now. So you guys, technically you're in a flexibility aspect of an L-press shape. Do you see it? Your left leg is up to the ceiling. The right leg is to the floor. You're pushing your chest towards your thigh. And that is your takeoff. So how is the flexibility half going? If your body's screaming, try bending your right knee. That's what I do on my tighter side. Good. From here, bend the right knee, release this, take a forward fold. Take a second. For you personally, do you need to go side to side? Do you need a squat? And then I'm gonna demo the second side. So remember that we're going forward the whole time, but just know naturally your body's gonna wanna go back in standing splits. Just know it. Okay, so the left foot's gonna go on the block or however many things you need. Then I just think, okay, I need to do a forward fold, right? That's what a press is, the forward fold. So do that. Hands close. Now I have to lean to go towards the toe tap. So like we know, drop the gaze, lean, push the floor away, guys. So this heel lift, see this? And I'm putting the heel down, but I'm still leaning forward. Okay, lean, push away, heel down, lean, lean, heel down, lean. I'm not even making the press happen. I just build a strong enough foundation for it to do so. Okay, take it step by step. You're not in a rush. So left foot on the block or however many blocks you choose. It's in your setup, so take a second and do as deep of a forward fold as you can. Placing your hands down, good. You're gonna think of toe tapping first. So right foot in between the hands. Push the ground away, lift your left heel up, you guys. Good. Put the heel down, standing split, lean forward, expect to press, lean forward. Good. Put in between the hands, the Morris, lean forward, push the floor away. Left heel down, standing split, lean forward, push the floor away. One more, put in between the hands, good, Kim, lean forward. Good, lift the leg up, lean forward, push the ground away. Go, Hannah. Good job, nice. And release. Good. So I used to say like, teaching in Los Angeles for like 14 years, I think, I just drove like crazy. Your privates lived in Malibu as a yoga teacher. You live nowhere near Malibu. And I used to drive home in the worst traffic ever. You're welcome, Ruthie. And I would just be like, how many pesos does it take to get the hell out of Los Angeles? How many pesos does it take to retire? I just needed a change, like in my life. So why am I telling you this? I forgot actually. I'll tell you in a second. So when you're doing this stuff, you guys, a lot of you are like hyperventilating. Okay, it's a skill set you want. It's a Saturday and you chose to show up and give up your time. Even if the class is free, this is still your time and dedication. So as you're doing it, it's your how many pesos do I need until I get the press? And you start to hyperventilate. You guys, you have to look at it and be like, okay, do I need flexibility or do I need strength? Do I need to lean forward more? What is it that I need? And give yourself that and understand that it is all built on a stronger foundation. So walking away from this class today, I think that you could clearly tell someone that if they want to press, if they want to toe tap, if they want to kick up to a handstand, I think you understood that you have to lean forward, right? I think you understand that this is the biggest part and heaviest of the body that you have to engage it and push the floor with, okay? So these two actions allow me to do what I do. Then the rest is how is the flexibility of your shoulder? Could you do this without the ribs popping out? Could you do that standing splits at the wall and still be pulling in? So let's look at the second side of this. Standing split. Take the right leg up, tuck the toes. Then begin to think, well, I need my left foot to stay on the floor. How am I doing? Could I walk it closer to the wall? Do I need to walk it forward more? Extend your hands or use blocks. Now create a space. Inhale, lean forward. Exhale, push it back, forehead towards chin. Inhale, lean. Exhale, press back. Are you in pain? Are you too tight? Bend your left knee. Inhale, lean. Exhale, push back. Stay back here. Little bounces, you guys. 5. If you're doing little bounces, what I'm noticing is I could actually lift my right leg up high. 4. Could you walk your right leg up higher as well? 3. Keep going. 2. I remember the point of my story. In the second one, release. Bend the knees. As you bend the knees, how do you feel here? I like to go side to side. Should you do that? Do you need to take a squat? Okay. Watch. So this is again where you have to decide, am I ready to start jumping this, pressing this, or should I stay in the press? So if it's fear-based, totally normal, go against the wall, you guys, and just have your spine there. I'll just demo here because of space. So this is where I encourage students, should you go on 2 blocks? Does this feel steady? Do you need to go up on something even higher? Then you just think of merging the two, you guys. You're here. Here's your toe tap. So you can take it in the center or towards the left wrist crease. Then keep it forward and jump in. Okay. If anything, your top leg will hit the wall. Top heel, push away, lower. Toe tap. Use the momentum, jump in. If you're closer to pressing, you guys, then slow down the jump. Toe tap, lean, bend. Okay. So now you begin to understand how you can merge a toe tap into an L press and how they matter. Okay, have fun, let your inner kid play. So is it realistic to place your right foot on a block or 2, or should you go up even higher? And then from there, take a 4 fold. And now begin to think, do I want to take my left foot in the middle to toe tap or left toes to the left wrist crease? Take an inhale. Good. Exhale as you lean forward, take the foot in between. Use that momentum, take it up to standing split, keep going forward. Nice. From there, either jump it or begin to lean into it and maybe bend the bottom leg. Good, Kathy Morris. 2 more times. Yes, Matilda. Take the foot forward in between your hands. Yep. Lean and use the standing split. Good, yoga essence. You guys remember cat pose. Keep your gaze looking down. Good. 1 more. Take an inhale. Exhale, foot in between. Swing it. Take it up. Good. And slowly lower. Okay, good job. So, been at this for so long, literally just finished teaching this to my own students. You guys have the same issues as they had because we're all human beings having a similar experience. Do you stretch as you need to before I demo the second side? Do you remember what I said at the beginning? That what all of these poses had in common is your ability to lean forward, right? Whether you are kicking, pressing, anything, you can't do it from back here, right? You have to take the shoulders over the rest. Guess why you guys didn't make it up? Yeah, you stayed back here. So if you have to video yourself, are you kicking from back here or are you kicking from here? And that's all I saw, you guys. Everything else looked pretty good. So we established we're here. Now we know we need to 4 fold. We did that. You guys did pretty good with this part because I think you got more used to it. So inhale, exhale, lean. So tap here, here. I want to lift this heel, right? Use the momentum, jump it, or lean more into it and maybe bend. Here's more of what I saw. The only reason you didn't go up, 2 reasons. You in here? Do you see that, you guys? Look at my shoulder versus my wrist, okay? Keep this momentum forward. Don't throw it back, keep it forward. The second part is you're good here. Look at my gaze. What does this resemble? Cow, right? So where do I look in cat? I want my ears to disappear in line on my shoulders. Okay, so second side, what are you gonna focus on? Before you even go up, drop the gaze, look in between your thumbs. You're gonna lean forward, use the momentum, keep the lean forward. All right, your turn. I guess step by step, you guys, you have to be the student and the teacher at the same time. So does 2 blocks work for you? Take your left foot on your option. From there, 4 fold. Good. 4 fold the best that you can. You want to start uncomfortably close. Then just remind yourself, I have to keep the lean forward and the gaze low. Good. On an exhale, take the right foot to the right wrist to Leslie, or just be between your hands. Either swing that momentum up to standing splits, lower the gaze, Kirsty. Good. Or keep leaning toward the press. Could you push the floor away more, you guys? Could you squeeze the heaviest part of the body? Good, Hannah, your butt a little bit more. Galaxy Tab S7. I wanted to tell you good job so many times, but I don't know your name. Good job. Nice. 2, 1 more. Good, Jenna. Nancy, lower the gaze. And release. Good. Okay, I'm gonna give you a minute of playtime and wrap up my story. Where that story was going was I decided to do a vision board, mostly because I had a stand-up desk and I didn't know what to do with it. And then I started thinking like, I wish I could stop driving all over Los Angeles. I wish I could just work for me, for myself. Yeah, I got to do that. A lot of wishing came true. And now it's like you have the responsibility to build a stronger foundation when you work for yourself, right? It's just like your house. So if you want to handstand, never go, I'm too old, I'm too this, I'm too that, or press. You just have to understand what's the foundation of this pose, what's touching the floor, what are my strengths and what are my weaknesses. And you guys keep breaking it down like you're doing. If you can understand what it is you're asking of your body, there's absolutely no reason why you can't build it and create it. I'll give you 1 minute of playtime so I can come watch you. Do what you wish. Here's some suggestions. If your walking was going well, you guys, but the jumping wasn't, return back to this. Lean. Get used to leaning and pushing back. This one takes a second, but it's really fun. Do you want to explore it more? Okay. You could also try this one with hands on block, but it is harder. It does force you to use the core more. Next thing that we didn't get to is take your blocks. Take an L shape and you begin to toe tap like so. Here, could you push the block forward? Push the block forward. So you begin to understand how to draw this and how to keep those thighs to the chest like little magnets. All right, play with what you wish for a minute and then we'll pull down. We went a little bit over. In this minute of playtime, as I'm watching you think, could I do my movement on an exhale? Because you feel lighter. Good, Galaxy Tab S7. As you're going on the exhale, squeeze your butt, you guys, is the biggest part of the body. Good. Then think, what is the foundation, nice Jenna, of this pose? My hands, that's just touching the floor. Good, Leslie. Keep pushing the ground away, good, Mara, and keep your lean forward, you guys. Keep your lean forward. Nice. This is your dream. Hold your vision. Good, Sari, and don't give up. So, Sari, I don't know you, but it's going pretty well from my point of view. I would maybe consider continuing, like take it up towards the tuck press. As you toe tap, bend your knees. Then go up 1 leg at a time. Good, Henrique. Yeah, good, Nancy. Nice, Mara. 5. Yep, yoga, since you're on the right track, think of lowering your foot in between your hands, but lower your gaze to do so. 4. Yep, that's it, Jenna. 3, good, Tina. Yep, lower your gaze, yoga essence. 2. Hi, Hannah. And 1. Okay, you guys, watch for a second and then we'll pull down. I don't know yoga essence either, but I think I'll lose sleep if I don't correct this nice looking out man. So here we go. You guys, it takes a second. Everyone's like, oh, I have to think about that. And you don't have to think about it. It's just cat versus cow. No, you naturally want to do this. You need to do this. So yoga essence and Galaxy S7, you guys are doing this lovely handstand, right? But then you want to lower the leg and you guys start to do this. Do you see the gaze? So I can't. So I think this leg needs to go to the ceiling, my left one. Then you guys, I'm gonna push the floor away as I would in cat. Now I'm gonna squeeze my butt even more. You see the legs come to the midline? Now I'm gonna think still matters, side to chest. You see how low my gaze is? Okay, the second I look forward, you guys, just seriously, every time you get frustrated, just stop and just video yourself and ask, am I doing cow? Am I doing cat? Is my gaze here as in cow? Did my shoulders disappear? Did my ears disappear? Align on my shoulders like cat? It's the difference between this and this. Okay. The difference between this versus this. Do you see it, you guys? It's the foundation of your floor. Push away. All right, thanks for coming. Let's go down. So this one is similar to what we did, it's just on our knees. If you need something for the knees, take it, come up to the hands, hands in line on the shoulders, and then from there, push into the wall, walk the knees back. Start to go down, again, little bounces here. Since we round so much, I want to open up the body as much as we can. You're doing little bounces, breathe, notice the shoulders. So this is what I teach. We do 3 classes a week, 2 are workshops similar to this one. And the third class, stay where you are, is a stretching session to work on our flexibility. We'll be working this for a whole month, L-Press and Toe Tap. If you want to join us and get some coaching so you can grow, check your email tomorrow and you will get an offer for it. From here, start to make your way up. So when you're pushing a lot here, what should also get sore is the front of the chest. Let's stretch that next. Sitting, take your fingers back and start to walk the fingers back. But if you feel your elbows in a bad way, that's your joint stop. So if you can go more, take your feet like I'm doing to your butt. Move your butt forward to your hands. My English. Move your butt to your feet and then re-walk the feet. Then from here, you may be able to walk the hands back more. Good, now think, could I round my spine so more of your spine go towards the back? As you do that action, again, ask, could I walk my fingers back more? Stay where you are, I'm just looking at the question. Breathe here for a second. Carlos, yeah, just look at my website, ellavateyoga.com, and that will answer your question. Good. From here, slowly make your way to your back and draw the thighs to the chest. So as you guys saw, so much of this was creating that fourfold, right, compression. So just here, drawing the thighs to the chest. Could you take the hands on top of the knees or like I'm doing, hug your forearm? Is it comfortable to keep your knees together? It is not for me. If it's not for you, take them more towards your armpit. As you draw the thighs to the chest here, could you take the shoulders down the back? Are you breathing? So if you're uncomfortable with four folds, you guys stay or go side to side. This would be a great place to start. Now let's do a twist. Keep the right thigh to the chest, left leg to the mat. Just twist to the left. If you want to straighten out the right leg, that's up to you. Take the right hand, palm up. Let the body breathe for a little bit. I was always strong, but never that flexible. And honestly, I just didn't care to until my strength ended up really stopping my flexibility. And it's the same thing. People that are flexible, of course, your ego enjoys it, and then you end up getting injured because you need to build strength. Never be afraid of your weaknesses, you guys. Be aware of them so you know how to improve on them. Let's come back to the center, release the right leg to the mat, left thigh to chest. How is this? Just this compression right here. Begin to twist to the right. Left hand palm up, decide if you want to straighten out the right leg or not. If you're noticing it's harder to breathe, roll the hips forward a bit. See if that helps. I don't know how I'd ever survive adulting without handstands. They just bring me so much joy, solitary, fun, everything is in that. I hope you got to enjoy playing on your hands a little bit. As we come back to the center, take anything else you need to take to close off your practice. And then decide, do you want to take a rest in a regular Shavasana? Would it be better to do legs up at the wall or meditation seat? You worked pretty hard. Things are new to you, so allow your body to take a rest, letting the mind settle. Until we meet again, may we all be at peace.
Thank you.
My pleasure.